Welcome to a new episode of Hot Topic. I'm Gary7MT for the GTA series videos crew, and we're finally wrapping up our Grand Theft Auto 4 trilogy. To be precise, we're talking about the beta and removed content from the two episodes, The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. Before starting, let us again thank Wildbrick142, Rented, The Penguin of Doom, Apex Predator, Voggs, and Sabelic01, the Cutting Room Floor, and the GTA Forums and GTA Wiki's users and staff. In the previous episode, we focused on the main game of the HD era. With episodes from Liberty City, we're delving deeper into the universe that once and for all changed the concept of what downloadable content could be. GTA episodes from Liberty City was officially announced as episodic content for Grand Theft Auto 4 on September 28, 2006 by Peter Moore at the X06 event in Barcelona.
Microsoft and Rockstar Games have entered into a strategic partnership to provide exclusive episodic content via Xbox Live.
The two episodes were the first attempts by Rockstar Games to change what was known as downloadable content. But that experiment, unfortunately, didn't produce the desired results, according to Rockstar and Take-Two. Probably the main reason was that despite the $50 million deal with Microsoft to have both episodes as an exclusive for the Xbox 360 and the almost 3 million copies sold, episodes from Liberty City wasn't as profitable as expected. But enough with the historical minutia, and let's get to the good stuff. Starting with the first of the two episodes, The Lost and Damned.
Hey, you ready?
Sure, let's do this. Nothing like selling some dope to let you know you're alive.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, come on.
From his introduction in GTA 4, Johnny Klebitz changed a bit more before becoming the badass protagonist of the game. In his own story, he's a little older and wears a golden earring on his top left ear. His clothes have also gone through some changes. He originally wore a leather vest that turned into a full black leather jacket, on which have been added a lot of patches, each with a specific meaning. As for the other characters, Jason had a different outfit we see him wearing in the GTA 4 mission, No Love Lost.
Get away from Mr. Faustin's daughter.
Fuck you! This ain't Russia, and we ain't communists.
Terry had a different outfit too, seen once in a pre-release screenshot of the game.
Yeah, it is. How the fuck did that happen?
Ashley Butler, Johnny's girlfriend, changed too from the model seen in GTA 4 to the one used in The Lost and Damned. Like Johnny, she also makes an appearance in GTA 5 where she eventually dies due to a bad batch of drugs, way after the events of Mr. Phillips.
Fuck you, Trevor. Oh, I still love her.
All right, cowboy. Hey, I know. Hey, come on.
Surely, the model that changed the most from GTA 4 to The Lost and Damned is Jim Fitzgerald. His entire narrative arc in The Lost and Damned is set before the events of the mission No Way on the Subway in GTA 4. In this mission, Nico's objective is to recover the money stolen by Johnny from a previous deal, and while trying to do that, he kills the Fitz, who is the bald, overweight Caucasian ped, graying ginger hair and beard. That this character is Johnny's friend is confirmed via the game's files name. The same model can also be seen, The Lost and Damned, next to the actual Jim character model at the end of the mission Collector's Item. This is one of the few times where Rockstar completely changed the aspect of a character from the beta to its final version.
Yeah, fuck 'em. I guess we're rich then.
Hold on to it, brother.
You bet your balls on it.
Rockstar created 8 of all the choppers available in The Lost and Damned while working on GTA 4. And all are hidden in the game codes, yet obtainable through modding or by using a trainer. These bikes are the Damon, Diabolus, Lycan, Nightblade, Revenant, Wolfsbane, the Angel, and Johnny's custom-built Hexer, which was a bit different considering the official artwork. Some of these models are beta or just unfinished, like the Revenant and the Damon. but the rest are almost identical to the final versions we see in The Lost and Damned. Another vehicle that didn't make the cut, this time a car, is the Tampa. It's fully coded and usable if spawned with a trainer, but only shown in front of the Payne spray during the game's opening cutscene. For the Biff, a different and unknown version of the Admiral, and the Rhino, we instead have only a few lines of code, and that's it. Two possibly removed weapons are a full-sized Uzi, shown in the hands of Angus Martin in a piece of game artwork, and the utility knife used during the mission Was It Worth It? Moving away from weapons, the Lost MC Clubhouse was smaller, and the exterior of the building was newer or less time-worn. Inside the MC, there was probably supposed to be a fight club, but was later moved and introduced in the Ballad of Gay Tony. There was also a planned, fully functional skate park to rule on a BMX somewhere. This was completely removed and never reintroduced. Maybe due to problems with the physics engine or just because it seemed out of place with the thematic of the game.
Don't you ever get tired of following Billy without knowing what's going on?
That's what you do with a leader, dumbass. Are you sad no one's following you, Johnny?
I'd be nothing but embarrassed to have you kissing my ass all day, Brian.
And while we're talking about removed stuff, the ability to date girlfriends and change clothes was also removed in The Lost and Damned. While the first didn't really fit with Johnny's story and his on-off relationship with Ashley, the ability to buy some new clothes at the Russian store instead would have given the player at least some customization options.
Ew, who that?
Malk, Deshaun, Johnny, brother of mine.
Alright. Hey, what's up?
According to an unverified source, so take all this with a grain of salt, Mac's role in the game was bigger, and he originally gave missions to Johnny. Still unverified, people also talk of a mission involving a drive-by shooting with the whole biker chapter against a police car. This is probably deduced from a scene that can be seen in the very first official trailer of The Lost and Damned. A scene set during the first mission of the game, considering Billy is on the bike with Johnny. One mission that actually really did change was politics. In this mission, Johnny was supposed to get an airport employee uniform in order to gain access to the runway. While in the final version, we just have to reach a gate left open by some dude Stubbs paid off.
Mucho gusto.
Still tied to Stubbs are 4 dropped missions, 2 tied to the story while the other 2 are Stubbs' dirty laundry side missions. Sadly, all that's left are a line or 2 of text from just one of these side missions, thanks to which we know that Johnny was to blow up a truck by riding an explosive armed motorbike. The bomb was activated by reaching 88 miles per hour, a not-so-veiled reference to Back to the Future, and then blow when the speed dropped below that. Now, let's move on to this video's next topic, the second episode from Liberty City, GTA, the Ballad of Gay Tony. This title interjected something into the game that had been missing from Rockstar's version of the Big Apple: nightlife. This episode was officially announced on July 2009 and released just 4 months after that for Xbox 360, while PC and PlayStation 3 players had to wait till April 2010 to play both episodes.
Hey, you saved me, man. Made me. Gay Tony will always be the king of this town. You are this town.
In the Ballad of Gay Tony, a lot of things had been changed or removed. Character-wise, the 3D model of Luis Lopez that we see during the mission's 3-leaf clover, museum piece, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and Diamonds in the Rough, was definitely less detailed than the one we actually use in the second episode. In the trailer video focused on Luis, we can see the young man wearing the black and brown Perseus suit with blue jeans, which could lead to 2 different lines of thought. Players originally had the liberty to use clothes as preferred instead of choosing from a selection of fixed outfits, or this could have been an outfit removed to avoid mixing day clothes with smart nightlife clothes. Just like Luis, Tony also undergoes some significant changes from the one we see in GTA 4, where he wore a different pair of sunglasses with a purple tint. and in The Lost and Damned, where he didn't even have glasses on.
Tony, they're gorgeous.
Just like you.
Come on, can we do a handover, please, and get out of here? This is too much.
The golf minigame is something that was originally supposed to be included in GTA 4, thanks to a complete set of animations for Nico in the main game, but moved on to the second episode, just like the previously mentioned Fight Club.
You see this shit?
And while we're still on activities and friends, due to the presence of their names in the dartboard minigames, it's safe to assume that Tony, Maury, and Brucey could be originally taken out on friend activities, like his two best friends. Moreover, Armando, like Jacob and Terry in the two previous titles, was supposed to be able to sell every damn weapon in the game, including the Desert Eagle and the Micro Uzi.
I'll see you soon, bro.
An unknown character who goes by the name Alex Thornton was meant to appear in the game but was later removed. All we have of him is a texture in which we learn that he's the director of the CIA, renamed IAA in GTA 5, that he lives in Algonquin, and assorted other details. Now, let's talk about vehicles. The classic Faggio introduced in the second episode was initially called Calabrone, which means hornet in Italian, according to the file names and the badge. The Skylift was originally different from its real-life counterpart, as we can see from the first trailer of the game. Like in The Lost and Damned, we also have some cut vehicles in the Ballad of Gay Tony. The first is called Robin, of which only a single line of code remains. Probably Rockstar's first attempt at bringing the iconic Reliant Robin into the series. Another removed vehicle is a fully drivable, but wrecked, police cruiser that we can actually spawn in the game and use as a normal vehicle. Exactly like the Brigade, a large armored truck easily obtainable in every PC copy of the game, but also available in the original console version and obtainable through heavy modding. Weapons changed a bit too, from the assault SMG that didn't have a silencer, to the automatic shotgun, originally fully automatic with a much faster rate of fire. Another difference is that the scope of the advanced sniper rifle wasn't tinted green, while the parachute was entirely yellow. As far as missions go, we can say that the previously mentioned Alex Thornton might be the target of a cut mission given by Ray in the game. A mission we can only speculate about, unfortunately, because there is no info about it at all.
The time for negotiations over. Do what needs to be done in his boardroom. Send a message.
Hey, I ain't a hitman, bro. I mean, I'll fight anyone, do whatever. But I ain't a contract killer.
Still, on missions in the final one, Departure Time, Luis was originally meant to interrupt a meeting Bulgarin had at the airport. After a brief shootout, the bad guy would flee in a Huntley Sport, identified in the game as a Range Rover Sport, with an escort convoy of cars full of bodyguards. Luis's objective was to get a specific vehicle and use it to reach the convoy, kill the guards, and then Bulgarin. But the mission turned out to be a little different. According to some in-game files, during the mission Corner Kids, Luis, Enrique, and Armando have to reach a dock to oversee a drug deal that gets interrupted by the police. Here, instead of backtracking to the main route and escaping using the car, Luis was supposed to call Tony for backup, with the latter promising to reach the area using a helicopter. While waiting for Tony, the player was supposed to take down the police snipers, helicopters, and boats. Once Tony arrives, the trio was to climb a rope to board the helicopter and fly away from the cops and towards a helipad where the mission would end.
Bye-bye, gentlemen!
Several story missions undergo minor changes. In High Dive, for example, players had the choice to spare the life of the snitch. Caught with your pants down, Luis was supposed to drive the Westminster with Yusuf to pick up the Swift. During the mission in the Crosshairs, the building we are on was supposed to catch fire, forcing players to find another way to get out. While in Boulevard Baby, the owner of the club wanted to see Luis in his office. Finally, based on what we see in a pre-release trailer, Tony was to accompany Luis in the mission Bang Bang.
You ain't doing this.
I got to. It's the only way you can survive. Get out of my way.
I'm sorry, as much as I'd like to right now, I'm not letting you kill yourself.
Try and stop me, huh?
Okay.
Go!
According to our preview and some leftover game files, there were 2 more missions tied to a specific crazy ex-girlfriend. We are clearly talking about the random character Margot, who we meet twice in the final version of the game.
Did you get the book I sent you?
No.
The flowers?
No, listen, Margot, you're a nice girl, and it was nice hooking up with you, but it was over a year ago.
In the beta, 2 more missions were tied to her. The first was probably the first original encounter with her. Luis bumps into her while she was shopping and he gives her a lift home. Once at home, her brothers, who don't like Luis, appear. Her bros express their disdain physically, but from that point on, what happens is unknown. But considering Luis's specialty, we can assume a fight ensues. In the second removed mission instead, the same ex-girlfriend thinks that Luis is cheating on her and plants a bomb in the other woman's car. After discovering her evil plan, the character has to reach the car, steal it, and dump it in the river before the time expires. All this while being chased by the police and at the same time trying to avoid damaging the car too much. You know, to avoid detonating the bomb. And before the ending of this episode, exactly like GTA 4, let's talk for a moment about the long list of cut songs from these episodes. A lot more rock was supposed to be on Liberty Rock Radio in The Lost and Damned, including Ace of Spades by Motorhead and Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue. While the Ballad of Gay Tony was to have songs like Head Over Heels by Tears for Fears or Glory or Gainers, Never Can Say Goodbye. The entire new list of songs that were added to Vladivostok FM were meant to be on a completely new radio station called Eurodance FM, according to game files. And about the songs, we can't ignore the fact of what happened after the 10th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 4's release, when many licenses for a huge number of songs in both the main game and the 2 episodes expired. It's unknown if Rockstar could have the option to renew those contracts or not, but what they decided instead was clear, which was to just add some more music to replace tracks like Return to the Hills by Iron Maiden and Still in Love from Rolls Royce. And the very first song that every player hears during their introduction of Grand Theft Auto 4, when Roman welcomes Nico at the docks, a song that will always remain among the beautiful memories from this game.
Cousin! I couldn't believe it, you're here! Welcome to America! Bravo, Barazzaru! What?
And that's that. In an already gritty, powerful story of vengeance and forgiveness, episodes from Liberty City added 2 brilliant DLCs with 2 new completely different experiences. The stories of Johnny and Luis showed the world what a DLC, or episodic content, could really be. But unfortunately, it was too good to last in an industry driven by money.
Yo! Is that a diamond in your pocket? You just pleased to see me and shit.
There might be more removed and disabled content, but nothing missing is so drastic it changes what these games are for all of us.
Peace and prosperity be damned.
Peace and prosperity be damned, my brother.
GTA 4, with its expansions, was for a brief moment a somewhat different game in a slightly different place. Liberty City wasn't that chaotic, rich, and diverse representation of a modern-day New York City, but a much bigger state with airports, countryside, and a lot more. A dream that Rockstar clearly turned into reality with its more ambitious sequel, Grand Theft Auto 5. Be sure to check out this channel for all the next updates about Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption 2, and more. Keep following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, or jump on our Discord server to talk with other Rockstar Games fans. From GTA Series Videos, this was Gary 7MT. See you in Los Santos.